don't know what to do. Oh my goodness. If this is something you've heard again and again over the summer holidays, then you are not alone. So I actually created a little something for myself because, to be honest, I was bored of hearing that sentence myself. Um, so I thought I'd put it together and share it with you guys. So if you are in that situation and if you have children that need to be kept a little bit busy because they've got beautiful brains that want to be doing stuff all the time, then this will hopefully help you out. We would love it if you could like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you're watching this anywhere, whether it's Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, do give us a follow. We're Awesome Archie, or my name is Rebecca Clapott. It'd be great to have you as part of our community. It's important to say that although I create this for our neurodivergent families, it's for everyone because all kids get bored, particularly in a 6-week break. So this is something I have heard pretty much every day since the summer holidays started. I don't know what to do. And it's very, very difficult because often I find if I tell my children what I think they should do, they ignore me because I've suggested it. So actually having things on a little slideshow like this or a printout is so much easier, and then they can decide for themselves. So we've put together a few of our ideas for boredom busters for you. So creative and artsy projects. They could start a sketchbook challenge. They could draw something every day or from every other day, or they could choose a theme like animals, emotions, or places. Make a zine. Now, this is youth speak for a small magazine. I love that. And of course, in our house, we're always going to focus our zines on something like autism and ADHD, but they could do music or art or their funniest memes, anything really that they enjoy. They could have a go at some digital art or animation. And if they don't know how to do it, there's always tutorials on YouTube. Just as parents, if you could just make sure the video is safe for them first, because you never know what's going to pop up. Or they could create their own comic series, or learn to do digital paint, like Critter or Flipperclip. Following along from that, less artsy, just more creative, they could continue a sketchbook challenge, but making sure they do one every single day that's on a theme, like dream worlds or emotions. They could make another zine, but this time it could be a topic that you care about. So it could be something that you're trying to accidentally teach them to learn about. If they've got a project coming up at school in September, you could always get them started on that. They could try and create a short film or animation. They could write and record a 1 to 5 minute video, obviously with your permission, on a phone or laptop. It could be funny or dramatic or a documentary style. If they've got a particular focus on insects, they could do a little short film on that. Or they could customize some old clothes. And we all know, actually, I'm sure I'm not the only parent who in the summer holidays, if you have the time to be at home, spends a bit of time clearing out. And I've just got rid of an enormous bag for charity. Actually, you could use some of those clothes to either upcycle into new clothes or turn them into art projects of some kind. Here we've got the STEM and the brain itching projects. I've got 2 ADHD boys, and this is their love. If they're not kind of using their brain fully, they get very stagnant, but also their mental health dips a bit. So actually learning for them is something that helps them. It doesn't have to be like boring learning. It can be creating something really tricky, but they have to use their concentration. For example, they can build a Raspberry Pi. If you're into tech, you'll know what that is. You can get build your own Raspberry Pi kits online. You could create a website of your own. You could learn to code. You could make a curiosity journal. So every day you could research and write about something that's interesting to you or something that you want to learn about. And you could have a go at stop motion Lego, or you could use clay to do those clay animations, or even paper. Do you remember the old flip books? You could have a go at that. And sort of continuing on for that, it's for our techie and digital families. You could create a blog or a digital journal. One of the reasons I do this is because part of my ADHD brain means that I need to be doing things. I need to be busy. I need to be learning, but I also need to be celebrating beautiful neurodivergent brain. So this in itself for me is a kind of digital project. It's something I love to do. On it, you can share your thoughts and your interests or your experience. And of course, just so you know, obviously I do this publicly. It's part of what I do. But you can create these things and make them completely private. So you can make your own YouTube channel. And as parents, obviously, if your child is under 18, you have the responsibility for making sure they're online safe. But they can make YouTube videos and actually keep them as private. It's a wonderful thing to do. And I imagine in years to come, you can look back on that and really enjoy it. Again, you could learn to code. You could build a simple game or website using free tools like Scratch. Most of the kids these days use Scratch at school, Glitch, or HTML/CSS. Or you could do a photo project, a photo a day challenge with a theme like colours or moods or nature. And you could have a go at editing them. And if it goes really wrong, it doesn't matter. It's part of the learning curve. You could start a helpful or a community-based project. So if there's something close to your heart, again, of course, in our family, it's supporting the neurodivergent community, but you might be really into making sure that we're learning about climate change, making sure that we're picking up the litter from the beach, anything. There's nothing wrong. You can literally do what you want to do, but you could create posters and resources for your neighbours or your schools or your youth centres or your holiday clubs. You could write letters or positive notes to leave in public places to give to others. We've done exactly the same thing. We're going on a P&O cruise soon, and we've made little positive neuro-affirming messages on little duckies for people to find, and that's been really good fun. Or you could make a care box for someone who is struggling. We all know somebody, whether it's a neighbour, a friend, perhaps an elderly family member, someone would just really appreciate something creative that's given to them, knowing that you've thought about them, could really make their day. Now, of course, these ideas are for absolutely everyone, but part of our job is to make sure that everyone feels included. And so I've actually focused this particular section just on our neurodivergent children. But again, it's for everyone, but it would be remiss of me if I didn't include our incredible, awesome children. So you could create your own zine or calming toolkit for others. You could design a neurodivergent survival guide. This is something that I think is really important, and it's something you could give to family members, school friends, school teachers. You could build a stimming toy or a fidget aid out of recycled items. You could organise your own hyper-focus museum. Now, we've got this in our house. We've got a corner shelf that is absolutely full of Lego, built Lego that our boys have just spent hours and hours doing. And so often it's so nice to just go and focus on that. And it's a lovely way of celebrating what you are interested in. It's really important to run towards your strengths, not run away from them. And lastly, we've got some fun but kind of random ones for everyone as a family. You could invent a board game or a card game, and you could test it with your friends and family, just so you know if you do this, that it's going to go wrong the first few times, but just note things down. You soon get the hang of it. You can organise a mini challenge with your friends, like, I mean, I don't particularly like this one, no screens for 24 hours, because for our neurodivergent children, that's really tricky. But for other children, it might be something you want to do to get them off and get them more into the garden, or cook something from scratch. You could design a dream room, a house, or an island. You can use Sims or Minecraft or real 3D planner for this. Or you can have a go at digital journaling or bullet journaling. So you can personalise it with your moods, your doodles, and your trackers. Now, kids, if you're watching this, if you can't find something to bust your boredom out of that lot, there's no helping you. Parents, good luck. If you have found this useful, please do follow us. We create content like this at least every week, sometimes more. We're parent carers. We know how long the summer holiday is, but we also know sometimes how long a Saturday is, man. It can feel like forever. So do check out our website, www.awesomearchie.co.uk. We are a neuro-affirming non-profit organisation. We never ask for money. We never ask for anything. All we do ask is if you find these videos useful, that you subscribe and that you share and you give us positive messages online, because it helps us continue the work we do. Okay, good luck. See you soon for the next video.